Hi guys, I thought we would start this in a very authentic way. This is very much so what life has looked like over these past couple of weeks. It is what it is. We've got all of our postpartum essentials. These are, what are these? Perennial cooling pad liners, something I never thought I would need. We've got a wild asher, some perennial relief foam. I have makeup smudged under my eye. This is from 2 days ago. I didn't even wear makeup yesterday. I don't know where this is coming from, but this is life. And the fact that I'm about to hop in the shower right now, Zach is holding Decker, like a miracle, an absolute miracle. I cannot believe I'm vlogging right now. It is 6 days since we last spoke. When I say I have not had a single chance to pick up the camera and vlog, I am not kidding. I am not exaggerating. Before having a baby, if someone said that to me, like, and people did say that. People said, like, you don't even have time to shower. I had no idea what they meant because I'm like, baby, sleep. What do you mean you don't have time to shower? I can't, like, if he's sleeping, it's probably on me. It's probably on me. I've tried to do, and I'm going to try again, but like I've tried to do the whole like where you put the baby, you know, in a carrier on you. Like that sounds so perfect and heavenly. He doesn't like it. So if he's sleeping, he's probably on me. If he's not sleeping, we are probably breastfeeding. Like, oh, like, there's just so much I need to fill you guys in on. Also, like even like this. Life is just the fact that I'm wearing 2 wrist braces because who knew you could get injured while breastfeeding? Like life has been so crazy, but in the best way possible. In the best way possible. Like it's hectic. I feel like I'm talking a million miles an hour, not because I am manic, guys. Please don't like sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Clancy is losing it. It's because every second counts. This man is going to wake up from his nap in just seconds, like just absolute seconds. I keep like just looking and I'm like, still sleeping. Like we still have an opportunity to live our lives. And actually, you know what? Let me just like set down the camera. Let's just cross our fingers that he's gonna sleep for at least 5 more minutes so I can like fill you guys in a little bit. As you can see, my firstborn son is very much so still part of the picture after. Oh my God. So many things I want to tell you guys about. Cluster feeding. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Like I had no idea where, I track everything in the Huckleberry app. There have been days we nurse for over 7 hours. Over 7 hours. We have experienced weight loss that was not good. That was really stressful, to be honest, that we're still like, I go back to the pediatrician for a weight check in a week. That is so stressful because your baby losing weight. Like it's just, nothing can prepare you for this. Nothing can prepare you for like the not so good moments. But nothing can prepare you for just like the amazing moments and like how worth it everything is. And as I'm breastfeeding late at night, all through the night, like last night, he woke me up to feed every single hour, like before the hour though, like 45 minutes to an hour, because that man is hungry right now. And that's good. And like, that's the thing. I'm almost glad we've been going through the struggles with the weight and all of that, because I don't complain and I will not complain about changing a poopy diaper, a diaper full of pee. I won't complain if he pees on me. When he pees on me all the time. Because it means he is eating. It means, yeah, I'll be sharing all of the struggles. I just feel like right now, like my brain is like, I can't even, and where was I even going with that? What was I about to say? Breastfeeding. Oh, when I am up around the clock breastfeeding, I will literally I Google 2 things very often. One, will I ever have time to do anything ever again? Like, will that ever happen? It's just crazy. And the thing is, if I wasn't breastfeeding, it'd be so different. Breastfeeding is so time consuming, at least the way we do it. I don't know. He's just a slow guy right now with that. And the other thing I Google, what's the other thing I Google? Oh, the benefits of breastfeeding. I need to know this is worth it because it takes so much out of you, both physically. I have literally been like in the hospital. My hospital gown was covered in blood from my boobs because we had an improper latch. So both physically, but then also mentally. So every night I'm just Googling like pros of breastfeeding, like tell me it's worth it. Tell me like if I can just like see like the pros, and yeah, I can keep going, but sometimes I'm just like, it's a lot. Also, this is what my living room looks like most days. Just stuff scattered all around. A million blankets, a million burp cloths. If you are an expecting mom, you can never have enough burp cloths. Like, oh my gosh. We probably have 25, and we probably go through all of them in a laundry load. It's crazy.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Back on my chocolate oatmeal grind. I took a little bit of a hiatus during my pregnancy, just didn't sound good, but apparently oatmeal is good for breastfeeding, so we're doing it.
So hold me tight through the night. It's just
one of the kindest and most helpful things that some people have done is get us DoorDash gift cards. Oh my goodness, guys. I used to be so against DoorDash. I mean, I still think it's, not the best financial decision ever, but as the mom of a newborn, I can't even tell you how amazing this is. So this is City Bird. We've got some fries, we've got some chicken tenders, and if you know someone who just had a baby or is having a baby, whatever it might be, this is the answer, DoorDash. Like, it is just the most helpful thing ever.
I hope it never ends.
It's actually a very emotional moment. We've gone through all of our newborn diapers, and now we're gonna try out size 1s. I did Pampers for newborn. I'm doing Huggies for size 1. I'll see which ones I like better, but I can't believe this. Like, this is crazy. Although, I guess all along I was like, is he gonna fit into newborn of anything? Because I knew he was gonna be a big baby, which he was, and oh my gosh, I don't know like what order I'm uploading everything. I don't know if I've uploaded my birth story yet, but a lot of people have been inquiring about like how big he was, and you'll hear all of it in the birth story. All I can say is I'm very envious of people who had 6-pound babies, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I love a fully stacked diaper drawer. Like, nothing makes me happier these days. My mom bought him this outfit the other day, and it is the cutest thing ever. These postpartum walks have seriously been life-changing. We've got our Ashy, we've got our Decky, and very exciting, we have their their grandparents' future house, which you guys know my parents are building a house here in Cincinnati. I'm entering for the very first time. It's so crazy that people build houses. Like, how? I love the view from my parents' house when we were picking lots. Specifically, I was leaning toward like this area just because you've got privacy, you've got scenery, it's just really nice. And it's so weird to think that in just a few months we will be sitting here. Like, I'm pretty sure this is this is the living room, this is the kitchen. We're all gonna be chilling. Decker, Asher, Walter. I'm so excited. The fact that I am sitting in front of you with makeup on, my hair done, the camera is on, like, this is a miracle. This is an absolute miracle. I have truly not had time for anything over the past several weeks, and that sounds like an exaggeration. I always wondered. I'm like, but what do you mean? Like, the baby, newborns sleep, like, so just do stuff while they sleep. No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. And I know every baby is different, but this baby does not like to take naps in a crib or a bassinet or without mother. And I know, like, eventually, like, maybe we'll have to resolve that and try to figure that out, but at this stage, he's just a little newborn. And I was reading, I don't know if this is true or not, but I was reading that for the first several weeks, babies don't even know they're not a part of the mother anymore, which is, like, crazy. Like, he thinks, like, we're one. I love him so much. So I just started just made a noise. I just started baby carrying, baby wearing. This is life-changing. I would not be able to sit before you right now without this because he would just be crying. And yeah, so that has definitely been a thing. And I think a lot of this, like, my type A personality is like, must solve problem now, must get him used to crib, must get him, like, no. He is only a few weeks old. He is brand new to this earth, like, brand new to this world. He needs to just figure it out. And I always heard of, like, the cry it out method, and before I had him, I'm like, yeah, of course, you just let a baby cry. They'll fall asleep eventually. Well, hearing your baby cry, oh my, like, and obviously I've gotten a little more used to it. I mean, the first time we were home and he started crying, I started crying. Like, I thought it was as if someone was sticking a knife in my heart. Like, just hearing, and even to this day, like, hearing him cry is just, like, one of the hardest things ever. Because you just love him so much, and, like, you just don't want him to ever be sad, and, like, some of those cries are just, like, really sad. And obviously, I think the cry it out method is something you wouldn't even do for a long time. You know, he's just a little baby. Of course he's gonna cry. That's what I tell myself. I have to, like, remind myself that. Another really helpful thing, by the way, that I saw online is if you're ever going through, like, a difficult phase or a difficult moment. For example, today, when I discovered Asher not only peed, but also pooped in the rec room while Decker is bawling his eyes out, and I'm trying to clean the poop, but I need to get to Decker, all of that. Picture yourself as an 80-year-old, and then, like, imagine you're an 80-year-old looking back on this moment. How would you feel? And I did that in my head as it was all chaos today, and I'm like, I would be laughing and saying, oh my gosh, take me back, because I know it goes so fast. Like, he's already grown so much, which I am so grateful for. I know it's a thing, like, oh my gosh, you don't want your kid to grow up too fast. Us dealing with the weight loss definitely, like, made me, like, please gain all the weight. And we actually went to the pediatrician today, which was a very nerve-wracking appointment, as all of his weight check-ins are, because we have been doing weight check-ins because of his weight loss. And he gained a pound since the last one. The last one would have been, like, I think a week and a half ago, which is crazy. He definitely has been eating a lot. We've been working very hard on that. So it was so exciting to see. He is now 9 pounds, 10 ounces. My big little baby. That makes a lot of sense. I also was getting a lot of messages when I posted his photos on Instagram. A lot of people messaged me and they were like, his head doesn't look so big. Like, oh my gosh, like, is his head not big? It's the question of the hour, his head size. Because if you guys remember, and I'll talk about this more in my birth story video, which I think I'll be putting out next. And when I was at my 36-week growth ultrasound, I found out some wild news. You know what? In the birth story, I'll tell you guys just how far ahead his head measured, because it was so alarming. Like, I asked my doctor, I said, have you ever seen a baby's head this big, like, on the growth ultrasound? She didn't say no, but what she said led me to believe no. She was like, well, like, I've seen some big heads, but this is definitely up there. And I'm like, dude, I have the biggest head, like, my baby has the biggest head out of every head you've seen. Like, this is insane. His head is big. It's just, like, it's the thing is, it's not, like, I think people were expecting him to pop out, like, with this huge exaggerated head. It's not something you could really notice, but it's, right now, I think the doctor measured it, I think it's like a 96th percentile head, which on the growth ultrasound, it was off the charts. It was over 100 or over 99%. So that was an interesting thing, but I'll talk more about that in the birth vlog. And overall with my videos, and I feel like the big question of the hour is, like, what can we expect future content wise? My life has obviously changed in, like, the most drastic way ever. And I just want to bring you guys along for the journey. I mean, my big thing is, this channel is never going to turn into Decker's life or any of my kids' lives. It's my life as a mom. So I don't want the focus to be on him, so to speak. I mean, obviously, you know, he's on my chest right now. You can kind of see him, but I want the focus to be on, like, me as a mom and things I'm going through and tips. And I can't even tell you guys how helpful it has been for me to hear from other moms out there, other moms' struggles, other moms, like, triumphs and things that have worked for them. Like, I've been on the mom TikTok because our late night breastfeeding sessions, like, I have nothing to do. I mean, I do have, like, a book, but the thing is, I am so tired during them, and books, like, aren't as stimulating. Like, I have to be on my phone. Like, that sounds bad, but, like, I have to. So I've been doing a lot of I've been all in on that. If you have any, by the way, mom vloggers, mom bloggers, influencers, Instagram, whatever, that you love, let me know. I'm obsessed with that content now. Like, it's so funny to think about how much content has changed. I used to only look at, like, beauty gurus and makeup and then, like, some fashion and travel, and now it's just motherhood. Like, I'm just obsessed with all of that. So yeah, in a sense, nothing has changed. My channel, my YouTube channel has always just been my life. My life changes a lot though, you know, right? Like, it went from being a high school student to a college student to a TV reporter to when we were traveling, then getting married, buying a home, pregnant, and now obviously I am a mother. And One thing I really want to do is keep it real. I've always wanted to keep it real on here. I don't think there's a point in having a YouTube channel or having a platform. My hair is annoying me. It definitely is not looking the way it did pre-baby when I had all the time in the world. But yeah, what's the point in having this platform if I'm not going to do some good with it? Like, sitting here and pretending like life has been perfect is not doing any good, and I need you guys to know it hasn't been. Obviously, you know, I want to show you, like, this has been, like, the best time of my life, but it's also been the hardest time of my life. Even this video, right? Like, this little clip that you would have seen looks so sweet when we put music over it, but that was actually when we were trying to put Decker down for over 3 hours one night. We started around 9:15. I took that clip at around 12:30. And when I say we were trying for 3 hours, we would put him down, he would cry, I would nurse, we would put him down, he would cry, I would nurse. Like, it was just this endless cycle. And that was a really hard night. But in that clip, it doesn't tell the full story. I mean, it was like a sweet moment, you know, Zach consoling Decker, but it was a hard moment too. I have a whole list of content that I really want to film over the next few weeks. Like, I'm so determined. It's obviously just like a little bit hard, but I really, like, obviously I want to do my birth story and then some postpartum stuff, postpartum recovery. Like, I want to go through all of it. And I am determined, and even if it takes me a little bit longer, like, for example, right now it's 3:06 p.m., that means nothing to any of you. One thing about me is, like, I'm an early bird catches the worm. Like, I normally do not do sit down things past morning. Like, I'm just wake up more, like, it's just morning. And this is, like, quite literally the earliest that I could get around to getting us all together, having him fed where he's not fussy, and filming. And speaking of, like, the whole fed thing, like, right now, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, let me check the Huckleberry app. When's the last time he fed? Like, is he gonna be hungry? And it is definitely a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for the sweet messages. Like, they have seriously meant the absolute world to me. You guys are just, like, the kindest people ever, and I'm so grateful to have this community. So be sure to follow along on Instagram for more updates, like more casual updates. I've been enjoying posting on there, especially on Instagram stories. And then obviously make sure you are subscribed for more content. But until then, I will see you guys next time. It feels so good to be back. Bye.